Hello, hello, hello. It's Kathy Bedell at mystampingspot.com coming to you with the third video of the week for the Textured Notes bundle spotlight feature of the week. So this is a great set. This almost looks like the bottom of a basket. You are seriously the best. Thank you. A little note of appreciation. This has like a little basket weave. I keep thinking this looks like bamboo leaves. We have this great leaf. These dies, which I keep saying, I cannot believe they've been sitting on my desk for a month and I didn't even realize they were there. And the corrugated 3D, say that 10 times fast, mini corrugated 3D embossing folder. It adds awesome texture. We are working with the woven textured DSP all week. As you can see, I have made good use of mine. It has some darks, some lights, and there are even some grays, which is what we are going to work with today, is the grays. Okay, let's see. I am going to start with a piece of basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Nothing new. I said grays, but I don't know if you really call this a gray. It's kind of a gray green, gray brown. This is Pebbled Path. This is the twine. We are going to be using the Pebbled Path twine. This is the 2325 ink color jute twine. This is going away. This is going to be on the clearance rack. So if this is something you want, you should snag it now. I have one roll here. Okay, I have one piece of the DSP cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of Pebbled Path. Again, this awesome color is going away. Hopefully it really shows. It's kind of I should have brought over. It's very different than the basic gray, very different than the browns. It's a gorgeous color. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I am going to layer these. I don't work with grays a lot. I don't know why. I tend to gear towards browns, neutral browns. But I do like this gray. I do think it's beautiful. We're then going to adhere that onto our card front. Like so. Like that. Again, I love this 1/8 inch border. Sometimes it's hard to get it to line up nice, but it is such a beautiful effect. You will get all the layers. Okay, I have a piece of basic white that I've run through the mini corrugated cardboard embossing folder. And again, like I've been saying all week, you have to be really careful. It's very easy to tear your cardstock when you use a tape runner. You may want to use a Tombow liquid glue. I'm going to just pitch this at an angle, kind of like that. Then I have this one small piece. So these two pieces, the corrugated cardboard and this DSP, are both 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. Okay, 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. This is Nature's Sweetness. This has been around for a while. It has some newsprint, and it features this pebbled color a lot. And so I chose a piece that kind of had what kind of looks like some script in the pebbled color. Oh, and I made a mistake. Look what I just did. I put tape runner on that, and I did not mean to. So I'm going to try to carefully put that on a sticky note. I'm going to take my Pebbled Path, and I'm going to take this bigger image here. And in Pebbled Path, I'm just going to stamp it on this just for a little effect. Now, if you don't have this particular stamp set, which I highly recommend you get because it is pretty awesome, but you could really, with any of these kits I'm doing this week, use any leafy texture, because I'm going to try to pull this off my sticky note. My sticky note's real thin, so if it doesn't totally come off, that's okay. You could really use any leafy stamp set that you have to complete any of these kits. with any greetings you have, because you're going to get all the pieces. So really, you could use any leaf pattern for these. Okay, it doesn't just have to be this, but I do love this set. And this one I'm just going to throw at the other angle, kind of off center to it, like that. Now you'll have this little piece. This is 3/4 of an inch by 4 inch. This is designed to go inside the card, just to dress up the inside. You could stamp the inside if you wanted. I'm choosing to put a little piece of DSP in here, and I just create kind of a 1/4 inch border around the edges. And like I said in yesterday's video, I do really like to leave my cards blank inside. A little note of appreciation. I'm going to stamp that in my Pebbled Path on a piece of scrap white. Where's my Pebbled Path? There we go. A little crooked, but it doesn't matter because we are going to use the, what is this called? Labeled with Love punch to punch that out. Let me close up the stamp pad because we all know what I do to my cards with stamp pads open. And I'm just going to center it. I like to stamp and then punch so that I make sure I can get it straight. It's easier than a punch and stamped. That said, you will get the punch shape in your kit. Now, just like the other day, I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of this, and we're going to take a piece of this jute twine, and we're going to do the same thing we did the other day. We are going to kind of create a fake bow. This is so that you don't have to have a big knot under your label. So you kind of just make it a figure 8, like that. And I need a pair of paper snips. Trim that up. Add some dimensionals. Okay. I always like to add one to the top of my bow so that it can't accidentally be pulled out from my label. Oops. I'll just take these backings off. The one that's on the twine, it wants to pull off the twine, but once you stick it to your card front, it will stay nicely. Oops. That is really stuck to my finger. There we go. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna put it a little to the side, like that. And I'm gonna trim this a little bit so we don't have quite so much there. That's not quite straight. I'm just gonna lift it up and shift it. Just like 1/8 of an inch. There we go. Then we're gonna take our matte dots. And we are just going to add, I love the black matte dots. These are awesome. This is especially awesome for men. I mean, you could put a birthday greeting on this, and this is an excellent man's card. Don't you agree? Everything about it. It's great for men. I mean, it's great for women too, but it's really great for men. I love everything about this. The basket weave, the colors, the black matte dots, this jute. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay, thanks for being here. That's card 2. See you tomorrow.